Hello, I'm Sharella, and I want to tell you things in my kitchen that are extra must-haves. These aren't things that you have to have. They're extra must-haves that I have found are good. So what are these things? There's about 10 things. So let's get started with silicone baking gloves. And I put off purchasing these for a long time because I thought, well, I've got like 5 or 6 pairs of cloth ones. But when I got these silicone gloves that can grab anything and they're not a problem, they're easy to hold on to things, I threw away the rest of my fabric gloves. So these are extra must-haves. Okay, this is old-fashioned. This is, I don't know, 50 years old. An old-fashioned potato masher, and they just don't quite make them like this anymore. And maybe you don't mash potatoes, but I like to have a little bit of chunk still in them. You can find these at thrift stores, and this is an extra nice must-have. I have a Walmart brand black one that feels like it's going to break every time I use it, so I always go back to this extra sturdy metal potato masher. Okay, so this is a peeler, but people often when they come into my kitchen wonder, how in the heck do you use this thing? Because they do this thing, which I just can't even understand. It like misses every other time. But this one, you hold like this, you got your carrot or your potato, and it just gets a whole lot more of the skin, and to me it's just a lot more easy and more ergonomic. It just works so much better. So a handheld peeler, if you've ever seen one of these, to me these just make sense. All right. I got this maybe 20 years ago. This is a Pampered Chef crinkle cutter, and I cannot tell you how much better kids will eat carrots when they're crinkle cut. I cut all my potatoes and carrots with this, and when people come and they try to use it, they can't figure out why I would do this, but I can't even figure out how you use a regular knife anymore. This is the only way I know how to do it, and it works so nice, and it works so long. Like you can get that whole potato, and you can just do it any direction, and to me it works fabulously. So I love my Pampered Chef, which I don't even know if you can get this anymore, crinkle cutter. All right, so also I love, this is my mixer. This is a Hamilton Beach. This is not just any mixer. This is a mixer with a slow startup motor. And I swear, I usually forget that I love this every other mixer. So I buy one that starts out fast and it sprays all over. And then I remember, oh yeah, the slow startup. So that low level one that just goes slow, and then you can increase it more and more and more until you get to the level that you want. You have to pick the right brand. You have to check the reviews. Some people say, oh yeah, this starts slow, and it really doesn't. So when I find it, I try to keep it. I pay good money for it because that slow startup motor is extra nice. Now, if I need to grate something, I will usually pull out a grater, but if I have to grate a lot, if we're doing carrots or zucchini or something of that nature, I will just pull out this Presto salad shooter, and I will just stick it in. How does this even work? It has the slicer function, and it has the shredder function, and then I just stick it into the little square, and then you stick your little food into the chute, and then pretty soon you're done shredding, and you can get 4 to 6 cups in a matter of just a few minutes. And my biggest complaint is that I have to wash it after that, but it's so quick to just rinse quickly in the sink. It really doesn't take that much washing. So I really like my Presto salad shooter that my friend gave to me. I didn't even have to buy that. She had 2, and so she gave me that one. Okay, if you don't have a pair of scissors in your kitchen, why not? Scissors are so wonderful, and you only use them for food stuff. So you're not like, oh, I can't use that. That's what we use to cut yucky stuff with, and duct tape and things you don't ever want to cut with. And so these are only for cutting herbs or opening packages, and I use these so much. I have one on this side of the kitchen and one on that side of the kitchen. Kitchen shears are a must. This little thing is a rice paddle, and I should probably just include a rice maker because we use our rice maker probably once a week, and then this just digs out that rice perfectly. And if you know, with a metal spoon, it just totally sticks to it. This just pulls it out, and you can flop it onto wherever you need to. Rice paddles are super nice. Also an implement. I'm not even sure what this is called. It's like an Orson Gigi square cutter, and I have a need for this so often that I have 3 of these, and they're just perfect for cutting little squares that you want. Like a spatula, the big kind are like too big, And some things get too small and skinny. This one is just the right shape for a serving size. I often just stick this inside like maybe zucchini bars that I make and just stick it inside there and people just come along and get their little square. It's perfect. Love it. Of course, everyone needs a mixing bowl, but how much do I just love this 8-cup mixing bowl. And I use this so much that I have 2 of these. And like at Thanksgiving and Christmas, I am just rotating back and forth. You can have your measurements on this, and it comes with a fancy lid. This is also Pampered Chef, but you can get it in many forms. And along with that, this is pretty basic, but who doesn't want a good glass 4-cup measuring bowl? Some people don't have these. I go into their kitchen, I'm like, do you have a 4-cup measuring, whatever this is, cup? They're like, no. I'm like, you don't? I have 2 of these too. And then, you know, I bought so many measuring cups and spoons, but these are going to last me forever. So I have others that will break and these that will last forever, cups and spoons. And then I love, 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 love my Silpat mat. And my daughter insisted on this, and I'm so glad. I'll never have to spray a pan again because I have this mat. It just kind of stays slippery and you can get your food off easily. So love 2 of these in my house because I just use them all the time. And my daughter's probably going to take them off with her to college and I'll have to go get my own. So those are some ideas about what you can have in your kitchen so that you can have those extra nice must-haves in your kitchen. And here are 3 last ideas of what you can do to make your presenting to guests better. So you know how when you're ready to eat and you pull out your normal glasses that you might drink with and they look bad and spotty and just like they're used all the time because they are? Well, I always have a few glasses at the ready, just a handful of glasses that I can just pull out and they look nice. We don't use these all the time, but they're ready to go all the time. And then on the same account, I get a glass pitcher. And this just looks really fancy and you just fill it full of water so that your guests can be well hydrated. And it's only for like $15 for this glass pitcher, which has lasted me for a lot of years. And then lastly, I have a cookie sheet. So when I pull it out when people are here, they don't see my black encrusted bad cookie sheets. They think that I always have good, shiny, wonderful cookie sheets. So it's really fun to cook and to be healthy and making many varieties of recipes and having the hardware that I need to be able to make it happen. And you can find recipes and ideas about cooking healthy and moving your body better, having all around good health, mental health, with better self-care. And you can find that by going to my 91-day app-based program that you can find at www.honeydewhealthin91.com.